tragique What's up? How's it going? Okay, so immediately, if you follow these every day and you saw where we ended last night, you automatically know that tonight's plan was supposed to be Fallout 76. Well, as you've already guessed by the title and the music playing in the background, that didn't happen tonight. Mainly because, unlike every other game that I have on my PlayStation that automatically updates, apparently this one does not. Or did not, rather. It is legitimately the size of a full game still downloading up there, which is insane. So much still downloading there. So that is gonna have to wait until tomorrow night, and I'll do it tomorrow and Friday. That wasn't the plan, but I guess it will be now. So tonight, more Final Fantasy 14, and I mean, that's fun. You know, I definitely love Final Fantasy 14. Love playing it. Love being here. I really wish I could have got some Fallout 76, but I guess, like I said, we'll do that tomorrow night and then Friday night. I didn't know I had to download it. I figured it did itself. Like I said, all my other games do that kind of thing. I'll just get on like, oh, my content. But not this one. So, again, Fallout 76 will be tomorrow and Friday night. So, bear with me. So tonight, we're just going to kind of like continue where we left off last night, do a couple things here with the Summoner, switch it over to the Gunbreaker here in a little bit, get a little bit more story, do some Beast Tribe quests, you know, that fun stuff. Definitely have the same goal that I'm working on here in Final Fantasy 14, so I've got to keep just working on that goal, and then tomorrow night we'll jump back into Fallout 76 and the Wastelanders DLC and see what that's actually about. And again, sorry I couldn't do it tonight, but we will do it tomorrow for sure. Downloading it now, so I'm sure of it, unless randomly they have maintenance. Let's knock on wood on that one. I shouldn't have even said anything. So tonight should be a lot of fun either way. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So, again, not Fallout 76, but here in Final Fantasy 14, we still have a lot of fun stuff I can do. Immediately, you know what I'm gonna do? And let's go to the Gold Saucer. I'm gonna try to get my daily things out of the way, and then we'll switch it on over into the gears of actually making progress, and try to get into everything else that I've got to work on. Again, gonna do a little bit of something with the Summoner. I don't really know what, and then move over to the Gunbreaker and kind of finish it out with the rest of that. I just really need some Tombstones as the Summoner, so, and just only one way to get them. And also, I'm really trying to get the Gunbreaker caught up before the next patch gets here, whenever that might be. Also, so much other content's coming out for other games, like today, which I don't stream Mortal Kombat, so anybody, it's just something fun to talk about, really. But the new trailer that came out today, whoo, let me tell you, I did not mean to do that. It was amazing. And I cannot wait to play that content. Also, The Last of Us 2 is going to be approaching fairly quick. A trailer for that dropped today as well. And, I don't know. Right now I'm in a grace period where I can just freely play things. I do want to get Fallout 76 in there, but, I mean, I've played the gist of the game. The Wastelanders DLC is full game length, so I'm really excited and curious to see what the rest of that story is going to be like. And we'll check some of that out, tomorrow and Friday. But again, I still kind of consider this a grace period, a period of like playing this and then, you know, Fallout 76, where I get to just take my time. I don't feel rushed, or I'm not trying to, like, I will be dabbling in that sense of no man's land, so to speak, not just because it's Fallout 76, but it's a style of the game I've not played. I've played other Fallout games, like I played Fallout 3, I played Fallout New Vegas, I played Fallout 4, and, you know, even 76. But 76 has been its own breed of Fallout-esque games. And the Wastelanders DLC is supposed to be bringing that into play in a conjunction of things that is supposed to be more similar to the older Fallout games. So I'm really curious about how that's going to play out. Also considering, like, now we have all these, like, NPCs and new areas, probably, or built upon areas that we've already had, and I'm very curious to see what people's living situations were, possibly. Did your house get evicted? What's going on, Tim? The new trailer for The Last of Us 2 is very graphic. Yeah, I noticed that as well. Literally, the first two things I woke up today, Tim, was, a Mortal Kombat trailer and a Last of Us 2 trailer. And they just kind of set my day off, but bear with me, I'm a very, very tired individual tonight. Much more tired than last night. It's my second day back at work after being off for 2 weeks, and I feel kind of zombified. So without saying, you know, I'm not going to push too far tonight, but I'm going to get a good quality lengthy stream. Not too long, but not too short either. So tonight, we kind of had the upscale on things. We had a 36, a 72, then a 360. Not the best MGP run, but not the worst I've ever had either. Ellie looks like her sweet. Yeah, it does look pretty crazy. Honestly, I'm kind of curious about a lot of things because I've avoided all spoilers, and there was so many things happening in that trailer that I just like kept. It's like it's like they'd show an image of something happening, and be like, what? Huh? Huh? And then, like, I don't know. I don't want to give too many things away because I know there's some of those people out there that don't even watch trailers because they consider those to be super spoily. But oh man, I cannot wait. Definitely going to be one of those games where I'm day one in it, right here, YouTube and Twitch. Woohoo! You know what's going to happen. I understand, Tim. I'm glad you could at least drop in. I'm very tired as well, so I know exactly how you feel. Like, my work schedule is picking back up, and it's just, oh man. Got me feeling like a zombie. I didn't even read what the thing was. I'm just naturally assuming it's Leap of Faith. Yeah, it's exactly how I felt when I saw a lot of those things. Honestly, it looks a lot like we're gonna see a lot less clickers and a lot more raiders, looters, and just bad people. Which is, you know, it would make sense in a way, because after so long, you know, they had those predictions. I can't remember where they were or where I even read them, but I read these predictions once. If there was a zombie apocalypse, if it were to happen, it's Air Force One. I'm still happy about that. But I read that, you know, the zombie apocalypse just scientifically and through biology would only last so long because eventually certain parts of the skin, the bones, the organs, without nutrients coming in, and you don't get real nutrients off eating people, and most of the clickers just kind of stand there all the time, that after a certain time of not getting any nutrients, your body would just naturally break down anyway. So it would make sense to see less of the clickers, which are like, you know, the game's versions of zombies. But it does make me very curious though. Because I only say it looks like we have more people just by the way the trailers have looked. And, but I still hope that it's a pretty prominent amount of the clickers and everything in the game. Which I'm sure they won't disappoint. This is like Naughty Dog's love child. I feel like that sentence should have never been created. Pretty good so far. Ah, shit. Got that one ruby. I wish we had more Air Force One things like this. This is like a pretty fun game. It doesn't change that much, but I mean, it's still really fun. I always enjoy doing it. It's not hard. Feels like you're just playing like a class. Not too bad. Not the worst score I've ever had. Not the best. 2 rubies. And that's no bueno, but still got out of here with 3,000. Areas because they say it could make you become infected. So maybe they have like some form of like maybe photosynthesis, or maybe like a fungal, like bacteria infection, you know, kind of thing going on, where maybe they can actually, you know, feed upon themselves, or like, you know, just, I don't know. I don't want to get too gross, but yeah, maybe there's something out there. I'd like to see that. Just like some random something. Gosh, I know it's gonna send me to the copied factory, but it's DPS. Well, I mean, man, it's not really helping me get extra stuff. I do get the clusters. Damn it. I know I'm going to copied factory. I don't bond it, but I get so tired of running copied factory. It's mainly just because it takes so long running through there. But it is 50 tombstones. 40, 15, gosh, it's 50 tombstones. I can't turn it up. Plus I get the clusters, they always help me out with materia, so. Copied factory, here I come. I know it's what it's gonna be. Maybe I'm wrong, I doubt it. But in the meantime, I can actually, I can get some other things finished. Something like a Hav mod, or whatnot, maybe. They could also go the direction that they did in like Days Gone. You know, maybe, you know, in Days Gone they would actually nest. It's kind of gross, so I won't go into details, but they nest. I'll just leave it at that. And they could actually go that route, you know? They're very similar games as far as gameplay and story-esque goes. So I would actually be very okay with that. I don't necessarily want to see hordes, but I wouldn't be too sad about it either. The hordes in Days Gone was just an amazing feature. And it would be interesting to see in The Last of Us. Although The Last of Us is a tad bit more story complex, so I don't really know how that would go. Where Days Gone has a good complex story, but also is more about the full-on gameplay. Which, not that The Last of Us has bad gameplay, it doesn't. It's also really great, but it's something much more different. It's much more of a sneaky approach in The Last of Us, you know? Where in Days Gone it's like start off sneaky, but you won't end that way. Even if you're an expert trapper. But we'll see. I'm definitely excited to find out more about it. Okay. Go ahead and get the fishing part out of the way. Then we'll switch over to the Gunbreaker after this and do the Pixie stuff. Number 5 on the Duty Finder, so this won't take long. I'm a little bummed. I actually wish I could have actually done some Fallout 76 tonight. I was really looking forward to it all day. I mean, I'm happy that I still have Final Fantasy 14 here to play. It definitely helps out and is a lot of fun, but still, it looks like I actually got it right there. Thingy. Which I've no memory of which one that. Okay, yeah, it's pretty easy. Just right over here. You do like the fact that you can sneak through the grass? It looks like there is, you know, in a lot of that. Just from the trailers that I saw, they look like they're still taking that sneaky approach with The Last of Us. But take that, you know, lightly, because I really don't know. But it looks like it. It does look like we're playing a lot more Ellie than Joel, though. If we even get to play Joel. Which every one of us, you know, pretty much knew that already, just from every... Oh, it's not copied factory! I'm a little happy and very surprised. I mean, I would have been happy if it was still copied factory. I really enjoy it. The soundtrack in there is amazing. Plus, I'm super hyped for more Nair content coming out pretty soon. But two times in a row, just the night before, it kind of like, it spit me for a little while. It really is a relief, although it doesn't mean it's going to play out any faster, but that's not such a bad thing either. It's actually been quite a while since I've been in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. A little happy about it. Mostly not just because I'm here, just because it's been so long, it has a nice little fresh feel into it. Jeepers. What up, Minato? How's it going? How you doing, Minato? I'm definitely glad that you can make it. So, Minato, you want to come down the journey of Fallout 76 with me tomorrow? It's actually gonna happen tonight, but I don't even want to call it a download flaw. Like, I thought it would automatically update itself, and it didn't. So I had to push it till tomorrow. Which is, it's okay. I mean, at least I still get to play it. You doing well? I'm glad you're up for the challenge. I'm pretty tired as well, though, honestly. I've recently gone back to work, so... I shouldn't even say it like that, because it's literally only for like this week, and then I'm like off of work for 2 weeks again. So it's not technically going back to work, it's like briefly back at work for a week. But I'm doing okay. It's just, work is like physically draining me. I'm very curious. I haven't looked up any spoilers on what the Wastelanders DLC will be like, so I'm like super curious on what it's actually gonna be like. So how's, I mean, you've probably taken a long break. I know you were playing Final Fantasy VII Remake and, trying to get a lot of content in that, played through, but, like, how far did you get with your alt? Almost said witcha. Witcha! That's how tired I am. Real words aren't coming out anymore. Euthanasia! What's up, Euthanasia? How's it going? Jeepers. Nope, 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 nope. It's going. Getting cold. That's actually very cold in my area. Like tonight, it got down to 38 degrees. Yesterday, it got up to 78. Talk about crazy weather. Yeah, at the end of Stormblood. Oh, well, that's really cool. You've made a lot of progress. Typical for autumn and spring. Yeah. Warm and cold at the same time, no kidding. It's like super crazy here. Like I live in like North Georgia, so we never have much of it in between. It's either really, really hot or really, really cold. And it's not uncommon for the days to just like flip. Like I was saying, like yesterday, it was very hot, and then today, very cold. I'm in C. I'm really excited for literally next Wednesday to get here. My grandfather does like a garden every single year. And I ordered him some really, really hot pepper seeds. And if you follow this channel enough, you've ran into the RIP Tumble series, and you know that I really like spicy food, and I've been super excited. Gotta get my grandpa to like plant some super hot peppers. Also, like I'm late to the game, but I never played it. Also ordered the Spider-Man video game for like PlayStation 4. I know it's been out for like ever now, but I was watching Spider-Man the other day and just kind of like had an urge to want to play the Batman games, but I really didn't want to have to like drag out my Xbox or my PlayStation 3. And I've got one of them here on PS4, but I didn't really want to. It's not installed, so I didn't really want to do that either. Plus, I've beat them all, and I kind of wanted a fresh story, and I was already in like a weird Spider-Man mood, so I ended up like ordering that, and it also comes next Wednesday. I miss like good Amazon Prime. I can't wait till the world goes back to normal, mainly because of that. Like, I want the health of the world to be great. Don't get me wrong, but I miss real 2-day shipping. You never know what you have until it's gone. That is the most truthful statement that could ever be said. You platinum trophy the Spider-Man game? That's good. I mean, I've really wanted to play it. at first I didn't know if I would like it, and then I watched like a lot of the gameplay on it, like spoiler-free gameplay trailers, and I ended up getting the Game of the Year edition. That way I could get like all the DLC and all that stuff, and it looked like it'd be a lot of fun, honestly. Plus, I like the fact that you could like explore the city, and there's a bunch of other optional things that you can do as well. What up, Rez? How's it going, Rez? Oh, I didn't jump. I wonder how many times I've actually done that. It's got to be like over 20 now. Has to be. Playing 76 today. I was going to. It's actually still downloading. It was one of the things I had to like explain at the beginning of the video. All plans tonight were to be playing Fallout 76 Res, but as soon as I got home, I literally was starting up. And unlike every other game that my PlayStation automatically updates, apparently Fallout 76 did not. So that's currently downloading, and it's like the size of a full game. Like, I figured maybe it might be really quick, and no, it's like basically the size of a full game. So I'm gonna end up doing it tomorrow, and then also doing it the day after that, the Wastelanders DLC in Fallout 76. But it will happen, it will. And yes, also sorry, I know I talked about it a lot last night. It was really hot, really brought the hop for it, and was hoping to be able to play it tonight, but just due to, like, I guess a download that didn't happen that I thought was going to happen, I'm going to have to postpone until tomorrow. I was behind the rock! Joker. Right now. Chaz! Or Cruz. Handsome Cruz. I'm very happy he could make it. How are you? I actually thought it was Chaz. I was gonna apologize because in Discord, just right before the stream, Chaz has been waiting for like a bell sprout to like pop forever. Pretty much ever since I added Pokecord to the Discord channel. And it popped and I actually tagged him in it so he could actually probably come in and try to grab it. And as soon as I did, it instantly spawned a Rattata. And if you don't know how Pokecord works in Discord, like as soon as another Pokemon pops, the last one that popped, if nobody had already claimed it, basically initially it got away. And I basically made that happen. And I feel super bad about it still. So, Handsome Cruz, how are you tonight though? Hopefully you've had a good week so far. Jeepers. Okay, good deal. Ah! Good deal. It actually went pretty quick. I'm happy about that. Nice little quick run. Got lots of, well, quite a few tombstones for it. Okay. The sucky part is I've got to go all the way back to get back on the... the mount. But the good part is that's out of the way. I'm gonna get this going back, switch back to the fisherman. Let's see. Let's run the expert, and then after that I'll switch over to the gunbreaker. I wish that if you already had this mount that you could just do this without having to... Can you do that? I've never tried. I partially want to test it, but I felt like it wouldn't work because you're supposed to use one of theirs. I think. I mean, it says it basically in the quest, but I've never tried to use the personal one. Has anybody ever tried that? That's a very curious thought right now. I understand, Minato. Hey, thank you so much for popping in. And, honestly, if you didn't download the Fallout 76 stuff and you actually do want to play it tomorrow, or even, you know, not even tomorrow, but in general, I'd go ahead and download it. It's a pretty big download, and letting the PS4 just kind of chill and download on its own thing, which is probably what I'm initially going to end up doing. While I play games and doing other things, it usually slows downloads down quite a bit. So... yeah, I'd get that download going on soon, though. Even if, you know, like I said, basically just in general if you would like to play it. Not even if you want to, like, get in on the stream tomorrow or not. But, again, I'm so glad that you actually jumped in here, though, Minato. And I do hope you have a great night and a good sleep. Thank you so much for watching and, you know, again, just jumping in and chilling out for a little while. Glad to hear from you for sure. Wondering if I can do this before it pops. Number 2 on the duty finder, so I don't know. We'll see. Sweet. So one more. So, Rez, I know you said you didn't play MK11 yet, but honestly, if you were thinking about ever getting it, this is like the best time ever. Yeah, the price is $60, but hear me out. You can literally pre-order the DLC coming up. And again, hear me out. You could pre-order the DLC coming up, right? But there's a better way to deliver this, and it sounds better. Okay, the DLC coming up is $40, right? So if you would have bought the game in the past, you probably paid 60. Or like me, you know, like a month and a half ago, I bought it for like $20 on Amazon. And then I paid for the combat pack, which is like $40 additional basically. Well, for 60 bucks, which is retail price of a brand new game, you get so much. Listen to this. You get Mortal Kombat 11, the combat pack, which has all the DLC characters except for Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn was a pre-order bonus. You can still buy them separately. I ended up doing it. It's just a different thing altogether, though. But you get the combat pack, you get the base game, and you get the DLC. For 60 bucks, I literally wish I would have just waited a month and a half, but I didn't know that this was ever gonna happen. And I've been mind-boggled today. Like, anybody just jumping into this game right now, or, well, not this game, but MK11, it's like the perfect time to come in. You pay retail price, and you get every single bit of the DLC that's currently out, that is. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a tad bit more a little later on. But, oh my god. And if anything, I definitely recommend watching the trailer. Maybe skip the first few minutes of it, because it's very, like, barely... I can't say that. It's very in-game spoilery. Very in-game spoilery, because it picks up right where the last one left off, but it actually has more story content added to it, and we lost our tank instantly. What kind of shambles is this shit? But, oh yeah. Definitely, I would look into it at least, even if you don't want to watch the trailer and get all kinds of spoilers, because like I said, it's a very in-game MK11 spoilery, but, oh my god, the DLC coming. Like, one, right off the bat, you know he's not connected to this story, RoboCop! Like, if you grew up in the 90s, you know who RoboCop is. It's already got the Terminator in it, which comes with the combat pack, the first one, along with, like, Spawn and a bunch of other characters, like Shang Tsung, Sindel, just multiple characters, but oh my goodness, I cannot wait for this new DLC. I wish I would have streamed it all, to be honest with you. There's parts of me that are glad that I didn't, because of my free time when I actually make the time to actually have it. I just have something to do and something to play when I want to, but at the same time, you know, it just, man, it'd have been so awesome to be on here just watching it, playing it, and talking through it. Do you really want it? Believe me, right now, it's more worth it than ever. I really do wish a month and a half ago, I would have known this was gonna come out, and I would have never bought it then. I would have bought it now. Like, now's, like I said, for 60 bucks, you basically get base game, the combat pack, which is, again, it's the Terminator, Sindel, Shang Tsung, Nightwolf, Spawn, and, there's somebody else, but I can't remember who it is. I think there's somebody else. I want to say there's somebody else. The Joker! The Joker, he's the other person. And yeah, I mean, they're all pretty fun characters. The Joker and the Terminator, not necessarily my favorite out of all of them, but... man, it's a lot of fun, though. And the story's very good. It picks up right where 10 left off. And the cool thing about Aftermath, you get Fujin, you get Shiva, and you get RoboCop, and a more additional cinematic story to the game, which is pretty amazing. It's funny that people hate this place so much. As soon as they jump in here and they get it, they just dip. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Whew! That is a toughie. But I can say this. And as much as I loved playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, I do recommend it. But this is the most firm thing I gotta say. Give it just a little while in the Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's gonna go down in price. But, you know, I guess MK11 and its DLC will as well, so... I don't know, it's a really hard one. It's a toughie on it to really say. They're both extremely good and have a lot of perks to each that are amazing. We may not ever get a tank. Probably takes longer for Final Fantasy VII Remake to go down. I guess it would really depend how you play it. If you play side quest, yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, you could roughly... I actually don't know how long Aftermath is gonna be, so there's also that. Another thing I'd consider is replayability, to your own extent. Final Fantasy VII Remake's full of it. I already want to replay it. I'm trying to wait just a little bit before I do so. But I mean, I can literally talk up both games. Both very fantastic, and that's coming from a very, very strict Final Fantasy fan. We can talk up both games almost equally, though. Okay, we pushed our way to the first boss, and still no tank. Phew. Still no tank. If only this was just a while ago. We can try it. They're insisting. Oh, we got a tank. I wonder if our tank's first try. It looks like they're watching cutscenes. Unless they're about to leave. Honestly, I'm in like a horrible place as far as like my personal gaming off streams. Like, we all know what I'm streaming and what I'm playing throughout all that, but my personal gaming spot right now it's so bad. I mean, it's good. It's not like it's a bad selection, but I've got so many games I'm trying to play right now. Like, right now I'm working currently on Injustice. I'm taking a small break until May 26th. When Mortal Kombat 11 comes out. But I'm working through Injustice, and I want to play Injustice 2, which I already had, and I've just recently ordered the Spider-Man game for PlayStation 4, which, in the midst of all things, looks like that's not going to be played at all until after May. I've just got so much going on. Not to mention everything in the stream, which is mostly for now going to be all Final Fantasy XIV Fallout 76 up pretty much until we get The Last of Us 2. You was saying to your brother that we have so many games you haven't even touched. I know exactly how that goes. Like, I'm in that current position right now where literally I'm playing through Injustice, which I've never beat Injustice before, but I'm playing through the original, or the first Injustice right now. And I wanted to play 2 so bad. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to do that. I wanted to get all that story in and pretty much know everything that's going on in the game so far anyway. And, like, I'm also wanting to play the Spider-Man game, you know, just so many things. I haven't been in this position in a long time. Usually I'm very slow when it comes to getting games. And, honestly, with all this stuff going down, I've had so much more free time to play more games. And I've just kind of put myself in a weird little bunch of game pickle. That could probably sell. There's a brand out there. If you choose it, give me an endorsement, or at least say thank you. Bunch of game pickle. Every pickle for your gaming need. Feeling the same way? Wanting to get something new? I literally know how it feels, honestly. Sometimes it, like, Jump Force right now is another game that I'm working on. I've kind of, like, put it on the back burner, or on the bench, maybe you could say. Like, I want to play it, and I'm gonna finish it. 100% I will. I don't never get a game and just not beat it. It's just, I don't have it in me. But I feel a lot less, I don't know, I was hoping the story would be a lot bigger and thicker than what it is. It's not a bad game. It's really not. If you're an anime fan, you like anime fighting games, you know, I somewhat recommend it. But if you're looking for something with a good, compelling story that isn't mostly integrated and ranged around, like, multiplayer, it may not be the game for you. Like, I didn't really think that that's really how that game was going to be. I don't know why, I guess. Maybe just the portrayal of things to make it look like it's going to have a really thick, big story. The story's really not that big. It's really not that thick. The gameplay's fun. But again, it's a game mostly centered around multiplayer. And I do like a good fighting game, but I don't often play multiplayer, especially not online. I'm more of a local, friend to friend, let's play a beat 'em up game and see who wins kind of thing, you know? And even though that game has those properties to it, it's really not what it's centered around. And so, I mean, I do enjoy the game and I will beat it. It's still not my favorite fighting game I've ever played. That's the life of a gamer, no kidding. The Last of Us 2, still want to get it? Yeah, I know what you mean. I definitely want to get The Last of Us 2 as well. Which I will, hands down. Like, I will get The Last of Us 2. It'll happen. Like, my plans this weekend is to actually get my pre-order on for The Last of Us 2. And also my pre-order run for MK11 Aftermath. Ah! Disappointed with The Last Jedi? Have you seen The Rise of Skywalker? You gotta watch The Rise of Skywalker if you haven't seen it. So good. But then, you know, that is me saying that. There's a lot of people who just deliberately do not like the new Star Wars series, and I love it. So there is that as well, you know, so... Ah! You did watch it? You already seen it and liked it? Yeah, you were just talking about it just the other day. Sorry. You threw me off when you said that about The Last Jedi. But now I get what your point is. Like, you're just comparing that to, like, the worried sense of things and, like, the story of thought. I get it now, sorry. Bear with me, I'm tired. I'm very tired. But yeah, I get what you mean. And, yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like it's going to be a good game for The Last of Us 2. I don't, with a game like that that's taken so long to come out, that's been worked on so heavily, I don't think they'll be disappointing anybody too soon. Which, I've been wrong before, but I don't really think that'll be that's the case this time, honestly. It's like I've talked to, like, multiple games of that stature. With a game like that that's been so heavily worked on, I don't see them putting it out so badly, especially Naughty Dog. They don't really have a whole lot going for them these days. They got the Drake games. I don't even know if they still own Crash Bandicoot anymore. I didn't play any of the Insane trilogy, and I didn't play the newest Crash Nitro Kart stuff, but yeah, I don't even know if they still own Crash. Really, mainly all you see them like these days is like Drake and or the Uncharted series for anybody out there. Like, I've never played those, so... Actually, I've dabbled. I've just never beat any of them. It wasn't really my style of game. Like, it is, but it isn't. It was very closed off. With a game like that, I like it to be a little bit more open than what it is, and I've never played any of them other than the first one, so... There is that. But... I don't feel like they'll disappoint The Last of Us, though. It's just one of those games that I feel like there's been so much time, effort, and work and everything put into it. I don't see a disappointment coming out of it. Wait, yeah, I feel you there. Here we go. love that DPS is up pretty good right now. Oh, I did it again. I always forget to light this thing. Oh wait, are you not supposed to? You're not supposed to put the blue flame on it, yeah? I don't know, I don't remember. Ah! Oh, no, I fucked it up. Umbreon, hello, it has been a while. Glad you can make it. Hopefully you've been doing good. What is this? There's a minion from here? No way, I've never even seen this. I feel like I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna needsy it. We're all needsying it though, aren't we? I did get it! Awesome! Okay. That's cool. And I got a player accommodation. Thank you so much for that. Got the minion. Nice. It's always a good sign. I want to check it out. Let's finish up this fishing quest, and then we'll do that. Thank you, Riz. I actually didn't think I was gonna get it. Everybody was sitting there waiting, and it looked like nobody had got it before. I haven't had those odds in a long time. What do I have left for the roulette? Actually, a lot. Handsome. I'm about to switch to my gunbreaker. And I'm going to do quite a few things. I'm trying to level up the gunbreaker some. So I've got actually quite a few things to do still. But if you would all just bear with me just a moment. I'm going to quickly fast travel to for now. And I'm going to take my first restroom break of the night. I'll make it very quick. And I'll be right back.